All right, how's it going, everybody? This is Ismortah, and this evening during my Friday, yes, we it's Friday, 7 p.m. Central board game stream, I'm going to be showing you some more, as you see here, Crisis Protocol. Haven't done Crisis Protocol in a while, only because I've kind of gotten all the pieces that I wanted so far from the game. I mean, there's a shit ton of stuff out there. Just stuff that I was just interested in getting, which is, as you know, I was really into the supernatural theme the most. Is this hard to get, which is finally back in stock this week, Blade and Moon Knight for Crisis Protocol, Marvel Crisis Protocol. Super excited. This is the last piece. Introduces Blade, who's the leader of the Midnight Suns, as well as Moon Knight, who's super popular right now, and also part of the newer Midnight Suns. So this is showing you an unboxing of what you get and get a flavor for what the models look like. Obviously, the models will not be assembled, but expect me to show you a updated stream of my collection, or maybe even like a sample game later, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But of course, if you like what you see, want to see more of the stuff, be sure to follow here on twitch.tv/Ismortah. And if YouTube's more your thing, you can find this on YouTube in 24 hours at Shadow Balance Games. Sorry about the background noise. I thought my laundry would be done in time, and I was wrong. But that's okay. Add some flavor. Like, this is life, right? The COVID era. All right, cool. So, no, I've been waiting forever for this. I really love Blade. I got into Moon Knight, who I didn't really know much about. And this is, like I said, finally back in stock. So, any of your local game stores to go to should have this, or should get it. Because, like I said, you could have whoever you want in teams. There's a lot of people on Midnight Suns, but if you want to play the team affiliation cards, you have to have the leader, as you know. Blade's the leader. I know some teams actually have, possibly 2 different leaders. For example, the Avengers. But for this, there's just Blade. All right, so let me open this up. Again, this is an unboxing video, so I'm just going to show you what you get. I'm not going to go really into the meta. But, that's something I could do on a future stream, is, showing you the cards, and especially the new upgrade cards that came out, and show you, maybe builds for the game. That'd be fun. Especially, a Midnight Sun team build, or, A-Force build, Avengers build. I could do a Cabal build, and then Dark Dimension. I think those are all the current groups I could do with my current suite of characters. All right, so let me give you some close-up shots of the box. And that's basically what the miniatures look like. AMG does a good job of showing you exactly what you get on the box. These are just shown, painted, and assembled. That's what you get. All right, let's crack this open. I don't think for Crisis Protocol, my other stuff, I did an unboxing. I just showed you all the models, which is honestly the coolest part of the game, obviously. But see some stuff of actually what you get when you're playing the game. All right, so you'll see hey, why'd you get these cardboard? This just to add a cheap way to add more girth, so that there's stability to the box. I keep these sometimes because you can use them for other purposes, like to put things, coasters, or to roll dice so they don't slide everywhere. I just like to also hoard game components because I'm a game designer and you can cannibalize for other things. So I know AMG is moving away from this, but you can see here you have it, only because they're going to digital assembly guides you can check online, but here's the assembly guide, obviously, of how you make Blade and Moon Knight. Then you have a bunch of game tokens and cards and shit, which I'll show you in a sec. And then you have your plastic. So you see here, they actually gave you 4 bases, so you have your choice of what 2 bases you want to use. Or if you're like me, you have so many other plastic pieces, you can just do whatever base works for whatever aesthetic you're going for. And then it has the build for Moon Knight and Blade. Which are just one version of how you build. There's not versions, different ways you can make them, like you would see, for example, like Legion. All right. I know I could get out these. I mean, let me see. I just don't know if there's any merit to actually taking this out of the plastic bag, just because you really what you want to see is it assembled. But I'll do some close-in shots just so you can see some of the detail. Might as well. This isn't going to be a long stream by any means. So you see, it's a different type of street stand. So whatever one fits the character you want to do. So you have options. Let's see. This frame is for who? Oh, okay. This frame is for Blade. And then this frame is for Moon Knight. I have seen people spoof and do like the suit version with the billy clubs instead of the classic look with the moon knives. I don't know what you call them. All right, so then you get some plastic stuff. And then you also have some card and punch stuff. That's what I meant to say. All right, so I'll do the cards last, because that's part. All right, so here's some tokens. These just show some of the different things you can do in the game. Action moves. I think those are damage. I don't know what these 2 symbols used for, because I technically have not played the game yet, but different action stats effects. Stasis. All right, so I'll just show you now the character cards. Show an example. I'll spend a little bit of time on this, just because I have it. Like I said, I don't want this to be a long stream. I just want to show what you get. So here's Blade. So each of your characters, you have one of these cards. And then when you take enough damage, it flips. And you have some possibly modified abilities. Or maybe it's the strengthened abilities and modified stats because you're in an injured form. Is what it represents. Let me see. Let's see what his stats are above. He's got a katana. He's got a throwing glaives. It's cool. Knight of the Vampire. Of the Dampier. God, that sounds familiar. I think I may have read that in the comic books. Maybe that's the type of vampire, maybe? Then he's got other abilities like Bump of the Night, if you're part of the Midnight Suns, Half-Blood's Physiology, Supernatural Senses, and Vampiric Immortality. And then the right-hand side, you'd see it has different colors, so you know what side it is. So, like I said, sometimes these characters have modified abilities and modified stats based on their hurt state. Which I'll let you explore. And then we also have Midnight Suns, Moon Knight. There you go. I'll show you the whole card. I'll zoom in. All right, so here's the stats above. He's got his bow staff. Throwing crescents. There we go. Avatar of Khonshu. I'm glad I saw the show, because otherwise I may not even know how to pronounce Khonshu. I probably think it was Cajon Show or something. I don't know. Chosen of Khonshu. Multiple personalities. That's kind of fun. I've seen that used before in streams that I've watched. The fact that every time it's his turn, you get a random bonus because it acts like a different personality could take control every turn. That's pretty fun. It's pretty spot on to the character, so that's pretty cool. He's got stealth and also wall crawler. Go up walls. What's up, Knackers TV? Yeah, I finally got Moon Knight. And here's his hurt state. It's a little bit different stats. Looks like all the same abilities, even though some stuff might be a little bit different. You have to check it. Check it out. The reason why I say that is because it's not like there's a flag telling you that there's a difference, and there could be. And I'm not gonna like compare this back and forth to go check for you. So it's like, you know, I'm just unboxing. Now you got a bunch of cards. Like the first one, that's probably one of the most important ones, is you get the roster for Midnight Suns. So, and because you have the leader, you can see who can be part of Midnight Suns and who the leader is. That way, if you do Midnight Sun affiliation cards, if you're rolling the team, you can play those cards. And then also, if you're playing Blade, he's the leader, he can play the leadership cards of the Midnight Suns. And if I recall, your group has to be over 50% the team in order to play it as the Midnight Suns. So if you're rolling points, for example, and you have 4 characters, 2 of them have to be part of the Midnight Suns. If you're rolling 5, it has to be 3, sort of thing. But yeah, actually, let me look at that, let you know who's on the roster. So currently, that's on the Midnight Suns on this, which is updated as they obviously come out with more characters. The groups can grow or change. You have Blade, Black Cat, Doctor Strange, Dr. Voodoo, Ghost Rider, Iron Fist, and Moon Knight. Now note that it's this version of the characters. Just because there's a different version of the same character doesn't mean they're part of Midnight Suns, because they're different points in the character's history. So for example, Doctor Strange is on Midnight Suns, but I don't have Doctor Strange. I have Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme. The Sorcerer Supreme is not part of the Midnight Suns. He's part of the possibly the Defenders, but I think that still might be the first Doctor Strange. But the God, it starts with a C. The group that Sorcerer Supreme's on. But anyway, that's my point. Like, the Sorcerer Supreme is not in Midnight Suns, but Doctor Strange is. The original. But you can still have him play with. He can just be the add-on that be part of the group. But everyone else has to be part of the actual group. Alright, as far as team tactics cards, and again, like you haven't shown these before, which I can't remember if I did during the model showcase, maybe not, is these team tactics cards. What's really cool is on one side, it's just full-blown art. No text. So you can just enjoy the art. And then the other side shows you how to get the ability that you're playing. With the art, you know, kind of translucent. So what's cool is you can enjoy the art, but then when you want to use the ability and say it's spent, then you could see the other side and then do it. It's cool, so you don't have one encroach on the other. That's one thing that's kind of hated about like Magic cards, for example, is you have this wall of text and this really cool art, and they both conflict with each other because either you can't see the art or you don't have the space for the rules because of the art. So I just want to take appreciation for all the art right quick. So here's Siege of Darkness. And let's see if I can get this to zoom. Any number of allied Midnight Sun characters may spend 2 power each to play this card. Each character that spends power may perform an attack. With a power cost of 0. Which is important because to do certain attacks cost power, and you allow people to do more attacks for that round. All these are one and done. It's kind of like when you're playing Legion, when you do your command card, it's like a one-time boom, right? Here's Banishment, which looks like... Oh, I see. It's a picture of... I don't know who the girl is, but it's Dr. Voodoo and Iron Fist is on the left. On the right, maybe that's Magic, possibly? I don't know who that is. Banishment, again, Midnight Suns, meaning you have to be part of the group. After attack made by an allied Midnight Sun character is resolved, if the attack roll contained those symbols shown, the allied character may spend 2 power to play this card. The target character and enemy characters within 2 of it gain the stun special condition. So it's like you're banishing your players, you're stunning them. So this one you blow up. This one you can stun, so they don't take actions during their turn. And then you also have Bats the Ghost Hound, which is Doctor Strange's puppy. And again, you have to be part of Midnight Suns. Reactive. When an allied Midnight Sun character is modifying its attack or defense die, it may spend 2 power to play this card. Change one of the allied character's attack or defense dice to any result. The effect may change die results. So this is a way that to help ensure dice when you're rolling it. It's not really that great to do against trying to just do more damage, because that uses the number of dice. It's more if you're trying to get a particular face to get an ability to trigger. Like if you need skulls to get an ability to trigger, it allows you to reroll the dice to have another chance of trying to get a skull, for example. So that's cool, like different ability cards, it's all thematic, and you kind of see like what you're doing, really cool. And like just the like I said, just the cool art in these cards alone is so fucking cool. Just cool to collect, just the cards. This one's really cool. I don't know if you saw all the characters in it. So this has Dr. Voodoo and Blade and Ghost Rider and Moon Knight. And I have all 4 of those characters. So that's pretty themey. And that could very well be actually all the Midnight Suns that I own, actually, now I think about it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. That's pretty cool. That was not intended. Or maybe it was destiny. But yeah, then for funsies, like I also have I was gonna say Claire with Resident Evil. What the fuck is her name? You know, the girl that looks like Psylocke but not. I don't know, I forget her name. Clea. There you go. I have Clea and Doctor Strange for funsies, because the Supernatural would be cool characters to add to this team. Or for fun, since you have the Supernatural team, you could just add Dormammu and make them all thematically Dark Dimension, which anyone who groups with Dormammu, if not familiar, has to be Dark Dimension. It would just cool you could have like all these Supernatural dudes with Dormammu if you wanted to. Cool. That is Blade and Moon Knight in a nutshell. So again, I've been waiting fucking, maybe it was like months, man. Months, 4 to 6 months to get this fucker to be back in stock, which it is. Go check it out. Blade's awesome. Moon Knight's awesome. I recommend Midnight Suns. If you like doing supernatural shit, which I do. Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to follow here on twitch.tv/Ismortah. Again, this is Ismortah. I'll catch you next time.